So here we go. It's Nass versus Gramma. We have covered Gramma, or as I like to say when I watch him play on YouTube, Gramma. I don't hate it. I think Gramma is closer, so we'll probably shift to that here. Now let's talk about Nass and Ness. Both these guys have multiple ways to say their names, but both of them have been playing well in the Salt Mine 3 Qualifier, which is where we are, and we have moved into the part of the Qualifier that has best of 5. So Nass and Gramma playing in the best of 5 to see who advances to the next round. Now this game does not qualify you, but it puts you one off of qualification. This match and another best of 5 is what you need to win. Both these guys still have both their lives left in them in this double elimination bracket, and some nice wins on their path to this game. Nass taking down Rye and Fairy Peak, coming into this qualifier as the #1 seed today, and he is going to force Gramma to own goal shortly into this game. We have Gramma going through Killiers and Joyo. Actually, a very impressive set of wins. But can he do it again to Nass? Nass is the kind of guy that has been playing really well in his 1v1 games. And he is just going to continue to farm. There's a reason why he comes in as the top seed. He is such a well-rounded player. And when I've watched Gramma in the past, I feel like I've noticed that as well. Not one-dimensional in ways that some 1v1 grinders on the outside looking in can be. Definitely seems to have the mechanics, and he's going to be able to get on the board to maybe shake off any nerves that he might have had at the start of this series. Nass is one of the most underrated players heading into RLCS. That is probably true. I think Nass doesn't quite get the hype that he does deserve. I just realized I think we're supposed to have Gregan actually rated us, which is great, because I was like, Gregan is actually supposed to be in this match with us. But we do have Gregan's fans if you're here from the Gregan raid earlier. Nass gonna make it 4-1. I was looking over at some logistics, but it looks like off of the back of a weak offensive attempt from Gramma. Gramma trying to bait Nass into a backflip challenge. He did so. What a recovery to be able to stop the tight angle shot. That's actually not the best of plays, though, from Nass. So Gramma able to close the distance, force him to hand the ball away. And now it's Gramma into the air. The reset near the goal line needed just a little bit more touches if he wanted to be able to get that past Nass. Nass deciding to go simple on this attack. Hoping for a demo follow-up. That was way too strong of a touch from Gramma. I can't imagine a world in which he gets a clean take from this, but he does force Nass to make a pretty poor touch. A nice reset first touch. And Gramma will get a second, and I would say it was a very important second indeed, as he needed to show what he is capable of and keep himself relevant here in this game, everyone. Nass demoed by Gramma. Really strong touches when not pressured by Nass. Very interesting to see so many 1v1 players look to control when they have space. Oftentimes because booming the ball can lead to the end of your possession. But playing at that speed can also force defenders out of their comfort zone. So Gramma trying to find the nice mix of both, but even though he kept himself a possession here, he backed off a little bit too much, allowed Nass to cover the distance and still get a favorable 50. Gramma to the air as the ceiling resets. Tapping the ball straight down to the ground usually just means you're getting scored on, and that's what it will mean here, as Nass takes his sweet time rolling it the other direction. Nass delaying a bit before flipping into the corner to try and take Gramma's boost. Wanted him to head back as well so that he could be starved out and not just have the both of them trade for boost, but it didn't matter. Gramma able to bump him head on a couple times and still get his opportunity. Wave dash kick up for Nass. Leads him to having boost, but not possession. Gramma staying close, forcing Nass to use up all the boost that he was able to grab to just try and get this ball out of the corner, and it doesn't matter. Gramma able to keep it pinned. Playing his advantage well. Able to force this one high. Nass 50s and goes sliding underneath it. Nass bumping Gramma with his wave dash kickoff, but I really like the aggression from the Italian. Refusing to give up kickoffs. Trying to find a way to make them wins, and he really has no choice but to do so. Slow touch into the corner. He wanted to make sure that he did not pass over the boost before it respawned. What a goal line save from Nass, and it's going to be a long shot from him that is slightly off. So Gramma still with a chance. He's going to play this to the left side of the field where Nass isn't, but Nass pre-jumps and pinches it on the wall. Gramma was prepared for that. Has himself an air dribble. Nass pre-jumping. Maybe gets Gramma to adjust his dribble a little bit, and the reset pop is not enough to get it over the top of Nass, and that'll be a game-securing defensive stand. And a 3-goal lead for Nass, who wants to walk his way into the main event. Trying to show why he came in as the highest seeded player. Gramma 50. Cannot connect with Nass. But it's not really going to matter. By some miracle, he actually almost got a goal quick enough to make it possible, but it's a 7-4 win. Gramma had a shaky start. I think he let 3 go in right away. Since then, he's had a more neutral game with Nass. He's going to have to show that that'll be the case for the rest of the series as well, as Nass takes the Game 1 lead in a best of 5. Gramma. Gramma. Not Gramma. Gramma. Let's just go back to Gramma. True? Game number 2. Gramma versus Nass. Let me update this header. No, it's not going for us automatically. We got Nass with a Game 1 win, and Nass with a first goal in Game 2. Grammar with a Brooklyn accent. His surname means grammar in Italian? Oh, is that right? Gramma. Tell you what, Gramma's gonna have to get some goals though, so I can practice saying his name a bit more. For now, it's gonna be all Nass. Gramma not coming to the kickoff. And this is going to work to get a favorable possession. Nass doesn't really have time to dive in on the corner. What a flick setup! We haven't seen that element of his game until now. And I think Nass is going to be trying his best to not see it again. I don't think he's going to allow him to get too many dribbles if he's going to be launching flicks like that. It's so crucial to execute on your first attempts. Because now, for all Nass knows, Gramma's going to be doing that every single time he gets a flick. But secretly, that might have been a nice one. You never know. Gramma might not be able to do that as consistently, but there's no way for Nass to know when so far 100% of Gramma's flicks have been that good. Nass certainly just going to take this opportunity to hook a power shot with both him and Gramma low on boost. Nass allowing this one to come down to a dribble. Really strong touch means he's going to play keep away. He was looking for the double. There's a few different options, whether it's the air dribble bump, the reset, or you can just play it higher than the defender is expecting and look to just double it off the back corner, which is what Nass tried to do. Gramma needs to be a lot better. Gramma needs to be a lot better with not giving free opportunities. It's been a few different times that his offense has come without a recovery plan. And every bit of offense in ones needs one. This one, oh no! Gramma, that needed to be a goal. You didn't even need to hit it hard. You could have just killed it on the ground to tie the game. But instead, launched it just above the crossbar. And it resulted in a Nass goal as well. But come on, we knew that was going to happen. Hard to keep the correct mindset after a miss like that. Almost always you're going to try and greet it out and force the issue. Air dribble bump to put his head back on straights. Gramma taking the air dribble start. The problem with this round setup is that that flick had only one place to go. He had to flick it to put it on target, which means the fake does not work. This is a solid low 50 though, and a great flick to follow it up. Gramma absolutely dealing right now, showing a ton of options, and he has Nass panicking in net. Oh my goodness, I must have lagged there a little bit, but it seems like these guys are okay. Gramma tapping it around Nass, getting himself demoed, but shows the challenge right away, forces the long shot. Now needs to be careful with 75 boost. If he waits too long, he's getting scored on. I think he has to try his best to go out and meet Nass somehow. It's hard to do considering he's forced into that reverse challenge, but waiting and letting Nass get close is certainly not the option. Guys, what? The biggest thing, the worst old Feer joke that you guys ever do is the one where you pretend like I used to have perfect internet. Because it's the exact opposite. Old Feer used to have the most garbage connection, and you guys all know it. Gramma, air dribble. Nothing came of it. But the bounce almost able to find its way through. Nass actually did well to cover it all. Still not let the low bounce score. Old Feer had a mansion. Used to? Don't give me that. The internet's been much better than it used to be. If you don't realize that, you must not have been around when it was truly garbage. Nass controlling this ball right now with a minute left to go. Taking it high for another double. Nice save. Gramma. That is hard to get that read. And the offender's playing keep away. He's going to dive in again, force Nass up in the air, but the problem is he leaves himself deep and vulnerable for an air dribble bump. That's exactly what Nass will do. 2-goal lead with 50 seconds. Probably a bit of kickoff adjustments here needed from Gramma. Not able to catch that bump as he was looking to end Nass's possession by slamming him out of the blue half. Has himself 100 boost, but Nass has a lead and 30 seconds. So no reason to bring the ball to Gramma, although he's going to do that now. Gramma, nice stealing challenge. He has really no choice but to go as all in as he did. His dashes did not pay off. This shot trying to go top left, and it does. Crossbar down and in. What placement. And now he has one more opportunity with 14 seconds. Big kickoff from Nass. He is trying to ice the game out. But with the ceiling challenge we saw before, it's certainly not over. For Gramma, if he can figure it out, he's playing so passive in a game where he can't afford to. Nass will just waste the whole time. Yeah, that challenge came a bit late, if you ask me. And Nass will make it a 2-game win. It's actually best of 5. So it is not GG's GL. Although I think he definitely thought it was best of 3. As we head to game number 3. Why doesn't the game start without me? Game number 3. Gramma versus Nass. Nass seems to have control of this series. He's been able to get an early lead and hold on to it. Gramma has threatened, but not in a way that would inspire you to believe he's about to get 3 straight game wins against Nass. Certainly the start of this game hasn't helped. Nass just playing keep away, but he got a little bit greedy as he tried to set up off that wall. He needed a reset and some sort of pop-off, and the biggest problem is that the risk was incredibly great. If he did not connect with it, it was guaranteed to be a Gramma goal, and I think that might be the only lead in the series so far for Gramma, if I'm correct. And who knows how short-lived it could be. Nass, high, what an angle! Gramma's done so well to stop these from making their way through, but Nass went even higher on his double setup and was still able to find his way in. Gramma, nice half flip off the bump. This is a great possession. And I don't think he's the one to turn down air dribble opportunities, but he looked to try and kind of just take this shot at an awkward pace. A timing that Nass wasn't expecting in order to surprise him, but it didn't happen. Gramma dive. Has 100 boost to the midfield. Nass going to just retreat. He's felt good about his goal line defense, and Gramma has to try and prove that he shouldn't feel good about it. And he's going to try and do so with a couple different bumps. That shot is on target, but Nass is back and into his own corner boost. In fact, the counterattack almost there. Credit to the Italian for popping that ball over the top of the shot. He keeps it tied 1-1. Nass wants to hold on to his possession. Gramma's going to save his boost and just get a demo. He has been locked in on that since midfield. Wait, what a respawn from Nass. Demoed again. Nass got put directly in the right spot. And Gramma able to get a 2-1 lead. Ooh, almost a 3-goal, or sorry, a two-goal scored, 1-goal lead, almost a 2-goal lead from a nice angle, but Nass gonna retie the game. You need to sleep. It's 4:36 a.m. in OCE. Listen, that's up to you whether you want to grind out some 1v1 viewing. Nass single jumping on his retreat to the net as he knew Gramma was going to be making a bump attempt. Pre-jump from Gramma worked well. Now air dribble of his own. Attacking the near post though isn't great, and the reset is directly into Nass, who has the save and his back corner boost, and now he has been a lot more lethal on his dribbles. The tornado spin through the ball really popped it to change its angle, but Gramma's still able to cover it. Nass on the goal line into yet another dribble. Gramma stealing challenge. Nass trying to go to the ground. Great defense from Gramma. He's going to need to do this all series long. He actually surprised Nass. Nass was not a believer, and Nass is going to throw a nice one. He said, "You're not making it back to that ball, no way," but he was wrong. Gramma finally able to get it around him to regain the lead. By the way, Jeff is Mikokana. Thank you for the prime for 2 months. Gramma, full field dribble reset, top shelf. We talked about Nass controlling the series. This is one of the ways that Gramma would have to make his way back into it. He has got to pop off. And he did so with that dribble. Delayed kickoff. He's got himself another opportunity. He's just going to play a double off the back wall. Tough angle. He is way wide of the nets. Nass double jumping to avoid a demo attempt that actually was never taken. And if Gramma had actually realized that he had forced Nass to jump, he probably could have turned on ball and made a play off of it. Get Nass in the air with a fake demo and then convert, but he just completely left the play. Didn't feel confident. It's hard to blame him. He does have a 2-goal lead. Doesn't need to go all in. Those flicks continue to come out with tons of power. This one, maybe even too much power, as he sends it over the crossbar. Now he's pre-jumping Nass's dribble. Nass, though, hadn't even started yet and will still get his air dribble bump. 51 seconds. Can Gramma hold on to leads like Nass can? Delay kickoff. Nass with a 100 boost. Does not decide to take a tough angle instead. Wants to starve. Gramma out. Feels good about his eventual chances, but what a save on 0 from Gramma. And I think he's actually done enough to push the ball out to the midfield, give himself time to respawn. It's not going to be easy. Nass is going to make it impossible. 4-4 with 31 seconds left to go. Gramma has allowed Nass to tie the game, but has himself an opportunity to regain it. He's going to go for a ground dribble. He wants the flicks. This is the first of his flicks that have looked weak. Maybe the one that he needed the most. Nass down to another carry. He's going to flick right back. This is on target. Oh my goodness. Nass says, anything you can do, I can do better, and launches one from behind the half-field line. And it's placed perfectly. Could not be better than that. And he has done it. He's clawed his way back to try and get himself a ticket to the qualifying match. It's not done for them yet. Nass needs to secure this one and has one more series to make main event. It all starts with this goal line stand, though. Gramma! He finds his way through. Did not give up on himself despite the way this series is going. It seemed like Nass had ended it just by taking the lead late. But the 0-second equalizer. Delayed kickoff in overtime. Nass forces it straight through, but is not in a position to easily shoot it. Decides to back off and allow Gramma to clear it to the midfield. Nass just going to try and look for the near post. Gramma showed it and then covered it. And is able to capitalize on Nass, who Nass was going to try and punish. He saw Gramma going out to the corner to get boost. He wanted to just immediately punish with a tight angle shot, but it's still going to be Nass. GG's and good luck, says Nass. He threw the GG's a bit too early at the end of game 2, but he had faith in himself the whole way. And the GG's come out at the end of game 3. Nass will advance to play the winner of Oski Hyder. Oh, it looks like Oski. Nass Oski in the qualifying match coming up next.